Your mind is either creating wealth or destroying it. Listen carefully, because most people will never understand this truth, no matter how many times they hear it. Your mind is the workshop of your destiny. It is the forge where your wealth is minted or melted into nothing. Every thought you allow to settle there is either building an empire brick by brick or tearing it down in silence. Wealth is not money. Money is a result, an echo, a shadow. Wealth is thought, shaped by belief, fueled by discipline, given life by vision, held steady by purpose. Money is attracted to the mind that has mastered itself, and it runs in terror from the mind that lives in confusion, fear, and laziness. Look around you. You will see two types of people: those who think riches are outside themselves, waiting to be found, stolen, won in some cosmic lottery, and those who know, truly know, that wealth must first exist inside them before it can exist anywhere else. Carnegie understood this. He did not see iron and coal. He saw enterprise. He saw systems. He saw men working in harmony toward a singular purpose. Ford did not see machines. He saw movement. He saw transportation for the masses. He saw freedom in motion. Disney did not see a mouse. He saw wonder. He saw childhood recaptured. He saw imagination given form. And what do you see? Because that is your true capital, not your savings account, not your paycheck, not your education or your titles. It is what you see in your mind that no one else sees. Do you see abundance, or do you see limitations? Do you see problems, or do you see opportunities? Do you see your future as something you design, or something that happens to you while you complain? Your mind is fertile soil. It does not care what seed you plant. Plant fear, and you will harvest excuses. Plant greed, and you will harvest ruin. Plant purpose, and you will harvest empires. This is not philosophy for idle men. This is not theory for academics. This is the iron law of creation itself. You cannot cheat it. You cannot avoid it. You can only master it, or be mastered by it. If your mind is undisciplined, it will not sit empty. It will be filled by the fears of others, by the failures of the past, by the doubts of those who quit and want you to quit too, by the comfort that kills ambition. Most men will never control their minds, because it is hard, because it is work, because it demands that you accept responsibility for everything you are, everything you think, everything you do. But the man who does, the woman who does, gains a power no government can tax, no thief can steal, no competitor can copy. The power to think what you choose to think, to hold that thought long enough that it becomes a plan, to turn that plan into disciplined action, to turn that action into wealth. Wealth is not an accident. It is not luck. It is cause and effect. Your thoughts are causes. Your wealth is the effect. Stop lying to yourself. Stop telling yourself the world is unfair. It is unfair. Good. Learn the rules of that unfairness. Stop telling yourself you don't have what it takes. You have what it takes to think, and that is enough. You can decide right now, in this moment, what seed you will plant. Let me tell you a truth that humbles kings and elevates beggars. Wealth is not created when you get paid. Wealth is created the moment you decide what you will believe about yourself and the world. Do you believe the world is abundant? Then you will see abundance. Do you believe the world is scarce? Then you will see scarcity. Your beliefs are the lens through which you see reality, and you will always find evidence to prove yourself right. Your mind is not designed to show you the truth. It is designed to confirm what you already believe. This is why most men stay broke even when they win the lottery, because they are poor in mind, and poverty always returns home. Do you understand this? Your mind will sabotage you to stay consistent with your beliefs. If you believe you are unworthy, you will reject every opportunity. If you believe you are a failure, you will make sure you fail. If you believe wealth is evil, you will destroy every chance to have it. You will think you are being moral. You will think you are being realistic. You will think you are being cautious. But you are just being faithful to your beliefs. So change them. Do not accept any belief you did not choose. Do not inherit the fears of your parents, the failures of your friends, the propaganda of a world that wants you obedient. You were not born with these beliefs. You adopted them. You can reject them. You can replace them. You can remake yourself. This is the first wealth you must earn. The wealth of your own mind, the ability to think deliberately, the courage to imagine boldly, the discipline to believe fiercely in what you want to create. It will not be easy. Nothing valuable is easy. You will have to fight the laziest parts of yourself. You will have to endure ridicule. You will have to stand alone at times. Because most people will never do this work. They will beg for certainty instead of clarity. They will choose comfort over freedom. They will worship security instead of possibility. They will sell their dreams for wages. But you will not, because you understand that your mind is either creating wealth or destroying it every single day. There is no neutral. There is no pause button. You are always planting seeds, so plant wisely. Plant thoughts of abundance. Plant thoughts of purpose. Plant thoughts of service. Plant thoughts of mastery. Plant thoughts of contribution. Because these are the seeds that grow into wealth, the kind of wealth that lasts, that cannot be shaken by recessions or stolen by thieves. The wealth that changes your life and the lives of those you love. The wealth that builds civilizations. If you want to become wealthy, become valuable. If you want to become valuable, master yourself. If you want to master yourself, master your thoughts. If you want to master your thoughts, decide what you will believe. You cannot wait for the world to make you rich. The world will test you. It will resist you. It will demand that you prove your vision. And that is good, because only those who can hold the vision despite the resistance deserve to see it made real. So choose your vision carefully. Do not dream small. Do not limit yourself to what seems reasonable. The reasonable man changes himself to fit the world. The unreasonable man changes the world to fit himself. Be unreasonable. Believe in possibilities no one else sees. Because your wealth begins where your vision begins. If you cannot see it in your mind, you will never hold it in your hand. Do you feel that fire, that tremor of possibility beneath your ribs? That is the raw power of your own mind waking up. Because deep down you know the truth. You were not meant to be ordinary. You were not meant to scrape by, to settle, to accept the life others told you was good enough. You were meant to become a force of nature, deliberate, disciplined, unstoppable. But to become that, you must do what most will not. You must guard your mind as the fortress it is. No careless thoughts may be allowed entry. No idle complaints, no petty jealousies, no second-hand fears. You must become the gatekeeper of your own destiny. Decide what ideas you will allow to live in you. Refuse the poison of envy. Refuse the narcotic of blame. Refuse the slow death of excuses. Instead, feed yourself daily on ideas of power, ideas of service, ideas of creativity, ideas of abundance, ideas of responsibility. Because ideas become beliefs. Beliefs become choices. Choices become habits. Habits become destiny. This is not self-help chatter. This is the law that built every fortune you admire. Do you think Rockefeller stumbled into wealth while complaining about oil prices? Do you think Edison lit the world while whining about failure? Do you think Oprah became a billionaire while nursing old wounds? No, they shaped their thoughts. They disciplined their emotions. They crafted a vision so clear it could withstand rejection, failure, betrayal, bankruptcy, mockery. Your wealth will be built on your capacity to do the same. Not once. Not for a week. Every single day. This is why most fail. They want change without consistency. They want rewards without risk. They want growth without discomfort. But wealth demands a price, and that price is the ongoing mastery of yourself. Let's speak plainly. You will have to do things you do not want to do. You will have to confront truths about yourself that make you squirm. You will have to admit that your own laziness, your own fear, your own lack of focus are your real enemies, not the economy, not your boss, not your upbringing. Can you do that? Can you stare your weakness in the face without flinching? Because if you can, you have already separated yourself from 90% of the world. And once you see it, truly see it, you can change it. You can replace the belief that says, I'm not good enough with I will make myself good enough. You can replace I don't know how with I will learn. You can replace I'm too tired with I will rest later. You can replace I can't with how can I. This is real alchemy, turning fear into fuel, turning doubt into discipline, turning failure into wisdom, turning dreams into reality. Do you want wealth? Then become a craftsman of thought. Shape your beliefs with the same precision a sculptor uses on marble, because you are shaping your future with every mental stroke. There is no escape from this responsibility. If you refuse it, your mind will be shaped by others, by advertisers selling you mediocrity, by friends selling you limitation, by a society selling you obedience. They will tell you to play small, to stay safe, to be realistic, and they will reward you with comfort. The sweetest poison of all. Comfort is the enemy of wealth. It is the enemy of greatness. It is the silent killer of dreams. Because wealth is born in discomfort. It is born in risk, in sacrifice, in the unflinching demand that you become more than you were yesterday. Every day you have a choice. You can grow, or you can decay. There is no standing still. So ask yourself, what did you feed your mind today? What beliefs did you reinforce? What actions did you take to prove those beliefs? Did you choose the hard thing that would make you stronger, or the easy thing that would keep you weak? This is the test. And you take it every morning when you wake up. Most will fail it, not once, but every day for decades. Then they will blame the world for their poverty, not you, because you understand now. You see that your mind is the cause, your life is the effect. So what will you cause? What future will you create? What example will you set? Because make no mistake, you are not just shaping your own wealth, you are shaping the possibilities for those who watch you, your children, your friends, your community. When you choose growth, you give them permission to grow. When you choose courage, you give them permission to be brave. When you choose wealth, you give them permission to seek abundance. That is leadership, not barking orders, not demanding loyalty, but living in such a way that others are inspired to raise their standards. If you want to become truly wealthy, become that kind of leader, the kind that leads first and foremost by example, the kind who disciplines their mind so fiercely that the world cannot help but respond, because the world will test you. It will ask, how badly do you want this? It will offer you distractions. It will offer you temptations. It will offer you comfort. And it will watch to see what you choose. Most will take the bait. They will sell their dreams for a paycheck. They will sell their freedom for approval. They will sell their potential for pleasure. But not you. You will know that every compromise has a cost. That every shortcut is a detour. That every moment of weakness must be repaid in full. You will know that the price of wealth is the mastery of self, and you will pay it, gladly, daily, without complaint, because you see what others do not. You see that in the quiet of your own mind, you hold the blueprint for your entire life, and you will not surrender that blueprint to anyone, not to fear, not to comfort, not to habit, not to the low expectations of others. You will hold it steady. You will refine it, you will act on it, and you will become wealthy in the truest sense, wealthy in clarity, wealthy in purpose, wealthy in discipline, wealthy in impact, wealthy in freedom, because this is not about money. It never was. Money is just the measure. The real prize is who you become in the pursuit. So hear me now. If you are to become wealthy, truly wealthy, you must commit to the lifelong practice of becoming someone worthy of wealth. Not worthy in some moral sense, as if you must beg the universe for permission. Worthy in the sense that you have forged yourself into a vessel that can hold the weight of abundance without cracking. Worthy because you have trained your mind to think at the level your dreams demand, because wealth tests you before it rewards you. It asks, can you handle responsibility? Can you delay gratification? Can you manage complexity? Can you see clearly when others are blind with fear? Most cannot. Most will buckle the moment things get hard. They will surrender their vision at the first failure. They will seek pity instead of solutions. They will lower their standards to avoid discomfort, but not you. Because you know that failure is not your enemy. Failure is the mentor who will teach you what no book can. Failure is the whetstone that sharpens your vision. Failure is the filter that separates the committed from the curious. Do you think Henry Ford was afraid of failure? He went bankrupt 5 times. Each time he learned. Each time he refined his vision. Each time he paid in pain for the privilege of wisdom. Do you think Walt Disney was afraid of failure? He was told he lacked imagination. He watched investors steal his early creations. He mortgaged his own future to build a dream that bankers said was madness. They all paid. They paid in sleepless nights. They paid in betrayal. They paid in ridicule. They paid in fear. And because they paid, they owned what they built. This is the price of wealth. Not money, not connections, not luck. Sacrifice. Sacrifice of ego. Sacrifice of comfort. Sacrifice of the right to blame anyone else for your outcomes. Ask yourself now, what have you sacrificed? What are you willing to sacrifice? Because your mind knows. It knows if you are lying. It knows if you are hoping for shortcuts. It knows if you are clinging to old excuses. And the world knows too, because the world reflects you. If you are undisciplined inside, your results will be chaotic outside. If you are timid in thought, your opportunities will be small. If you are resentful in spirit, your resources will wither. You cannot hide from this. You cannot fake it. You must become it. You must become the kind of person who can attract, hold, and grow wealth in every sense. Wealth of relationships, wealth of knowledge, wealth of creativity, wealth of impact. Because these are the foundations of financial wealth. Money is attracted to those who create value, and value is created by those who have mastered themselves. It is easy to say, I want to be rich, but do you want to think like the rich? Do you want to plan like the rich? Do you want to risk like the rich? Do you want to endure like the rich? Most do not. They want the outcome without the process. They want the praise without the effort. They want the freedom without the discipline. But wealth is a mirror that shows you exactly who you are. It will reveal your insecurities. It will test your patience. It will demand your courage. It will punish your laziness. So what will it find when it looks at you? Will it see a mind trained to focus when others scatter? A spirit ready to persevere when others quit? A vision so compelling it burns away distraction? Or will it see someone who can be bought off with comfort, who trades potential for approval, who hides from the truth of their own capability? Be honest, because honesty with yourself is the birthplace of transformation. If you find weakness, do not condemn yourself. We all have weakness, but you must commit to burning it away. Not someday, now, today. Because every day you delay, you reinforce the chains that hold you. Every excuse you make becomes another brick in the prison of your own making. Every time you say, I can't, you teach your mind to believe it. Every time you blame someone else, you give away your power. Do you want to be free? Do you want to be wealthy? Then reclaim that power. Say, I am responsible, not partially, not if things go my way, always. Because responsibility is not a burden. It is the ultimate freedom. It is the realization that you are the cause, not the effect. When you truly accept that, you become unbreakable. Because there is nothing anyone can do to stop you. They can slow you, they can challenge you, but they cannot dictate your thoughts. They cannot kill your vision. They cannot make you quit. Only you can do that. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for everyone to agree with you. The world does not reward the hesitant. It rewards the committed. The man or woman who says, "I will become so valuable, so skilled, so disciplined, so creative, that you cannot ignore me." And that journey begins and ends in the mind, because you can only become externally what you have first accepted internally. You cannot hold riches if your mind rejects them. You cannot lead others if you cannot lead yourself. You cannot create wealth if you see wealth as dirty or wrong or impossible. Cleanse yourself of these lies. Burn them away with the fire of truth. Because wealth is not evil. Wealth is neutral. It is power. And power reveals character. If you are generous, wealth will magnify your generosity. If you are selfish, wealth will amplify your selfishness. If you are wise, wealth will extend your influence. If you are foolish, wealth will accelerate your destruction. So do not fear wealth. Fear only your own unpreparedness to handle it. Prepare yourself. Sharpen your mind. Clarify your vision. Discipline your habits. Elevate your belief, because the world you want is waiting for you. It will not beg you to claim it. It will not hold your hand, but it will yield to the relentless. It will open its doors to the disciplined. It will reveal its secrets to the truly committed. You can be one of them, but you must choose. So choose now, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, not when the stars align, and everyone supports you. Choose now. Because readiness is a lie you tell yourself to delay what you fear. Because waiting for approval is the strategy of the mediocre. Because the longer you hesitate, the weaker your will becomes. The mind, like the body, is strengthened by use. Discipline is a muscle. Focus is a muscle. Belief is a muscle. And if you do not train them, they atrophy. Look around you. Look at the lost faces in traffic jams, eyes glazed over in resignation. Look at the break rooms filled with idle gossip and bitterness. Look at the bars overflowing with people drinking away the ache of wasted potential. This is what an undisciplined mind creates. This is what a neglected dream becomes. A life lived in apology, a life lived in fear of one's own greatness. Because it is easier to stay small, easier to point fingers, easier to say they are the problem, the government, the boss, the rich, the competition, the parents who didn't love you enough. And while you're busy blaming, time keeps moving. The years slip by like water through clenched fists, and one day you wake up and realize that your best opportunities have rotted on the vine of your excuses. But you don't have to live that way. You can decide right now to think differently, to see yourself not as a victim of circumstance, but as its master, to see problems not as curses, but as invitations, to see obstacles not as barriers, but as training grounds. Because the truth is brutal but liberating. Life will test you no matter what. You will suffer no matter what. You will lose, fail, grieve, struggle, no matter what. So why not suffer for a purpose? Why not endure pain in the service of something magnificent? Why not embrace failure as the tuition for greatness? Why not make your struggle mean something? Listen to me carefully. No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to hand you your dream. No one is obligated to understand you or believe in you. This is your burden and your privilege. Because when you accept that no one is coming, you stop waiting. You stop complaining. You start acting. You start thinking like the people you admire. Because they did not wait for permission. They did not wait for guarantees. They did not ask the world if it was okay to become great. They decided. They believed. They acted. Again and again. When it was hard. When it was lonely. When it seemed impossible. And the world moved. It bent to their will. It rewarded their stubborn refusal to quit. Do you want that reward? Then you must pay that price. That price is paid in thought before it is paid in action. You must believe before there is evidence. You must hold the vision when the world calls you delusional. You must nurture the seed when there is no sprout. no harvest in sight. This is why so few become wealthy, because this is hard, this is uncomfortable, this demands sacrifice no one will see. But if you can do it, you gain the one advantage no one can steal. You become the kind of person who can create wealth anywhere, in any industry, in any era, because you understand that wealth is not about resources. It is about resourcefulness. The industrialist sees opportunity in scarcity. The inventor sees possibility in problems. The leader sees strength in adversity. The investor sees patterns in chaos. What do you see? Train yourself to see what others ignore, where they see obstacles, see pathways, where they see fear, see fuel, where they see risk, see reward. Because the world is not short on opportunity. It is short on people who can see it, seize it, and shape it. That is your call, to become that kind of person. And know this, your mind will resist you, it will fight you, it will beg for comfort, it will plead for safety, it will whisper every fear you've ever heard. Because the mind is ancient. It is wired for survival, not greatness. It seeks the known, the predictable, the safe. But you did not come here to be safe. You came here to grow, to expand, to test your limits, to create something that did not exist before you imagined it. You will have to override those primitive instincts. Not once, every single day. You will have to remind yourself why you started. You will have to repeat your vision until it is etched into your bones. You will have to act when you do not feel like it. You will have to embrace boredom, because mastery is boring. You will have to endure ridicule from the small-minded. You will have to let go of the need to be liked, to be understood, to be applauded. Because wealth does not reward the needy. It rewards the disciplined. It rewards the clear. It rewards the relentless. You must become immune to failure, not because you won't fail, but because failure cannot stop you. You will see it as feedback, as refinement, as the universe's way of sculpting you into the person who can hold what you ask for. Most people pray for wealth, but reject the process of becoming worthy of it. They want magic without mastery. They want results without responsibility. They want applause without authenticity. That is not your path. Your path is to embrace the entire process, the pain, the uncertainty, the learning, the building, the rebuilding. Because wealth is not a destination. It is a way of being, a mindset, a practice, a set of choices made over and over until they are no longer choices but character. And once you become that kind of person, no one can take it from you. You could lose everything and rebuild it again, because the real asset is you, your mind, your discipline, your vision, your willingness to do the work. That is wealth. That is freedom. That is power. So understand this deeply. The world is filled with people who want the reward but flee the responsibility. They want the crown but not the weight. They want the glory but not the grind. And so they wander through life half awake, half committed, half alive. They keep their dreams small, so their excuses can stay big. They surround themselves with people who comfort them in their mediocrity. They complain about the rich, while refusing to think like them. But you are done with that. You are done playing small to fit in. Done dulling your shine so no one feels threatened. Done telling yourself that good enough is good enough, because it isn't. You know it isn't. Your soul recoils at the thought of dying with your potential unspent. Your heart breaks at the idea of a life unlived, a vision unfulfilled. You are here because something in you refuses to settle, because you have seen the spark of what you could become, and you want to fan it into a fire so bright the world can't ignore it. So let's speak plainly. Wealth is not given, it is earned, and it is not earned by trickery or theft or shortcuts. It is earned by value, value to others, value to the world, value you create because you had the courage to imagine it, the discipline to build it, and the persistence to deliver it. If you want more wealth, create more value. If you want to create more value, become more valuable. If you want to become more valuable, master yourself. That is the chain of causation no one can break for you. No government can legislate it. No school can guarantee it. No parent can give it. It is yours alone to claim. And it starts with your mind. Your mind is either your greatest ally or your worst saboteur. It is either designing wealth or designing ruin. Every belief you hold is a blueprint you will unconsciously follow. Every thought you tolerate is a seed you will harvest. So ask yourself, what beliefs are you defending that keep you broke? What thoughts do you allow that undermine your courage? What excuses do you cherish because they protect you from risk? What habits do you repeat because they feel safe while killing your potential? Answer honestly, because honesty is the doorway to change. There is no transformation without confrontation. You must confront the ugliness within you, the laziness, the fear, the envy, the entitlement. Burn them away with truth. Discipline your mind to refuse their lies. Replace them with beliefs that serve you, with thoughts that empower you. This is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice. It is the quiet work done when no one is watching. It is the relentless commitment to become who you said you would be. Because you cannot lie to your mind. It knows. And your results will always expose the truth of what you really believe and do. You can speak affirmations all day, but if your actions betray them, they are worthless. You can post motivational quotes, but if you hit snooze on your dreams, they are mockery. You can read every book on wealth, but if you do not apply the principles, you are just well-informed and broke. Wealth is attracted to alignment. Alignment between what you say and what you do. Alignment between what you want and what you're willing to sacrifice. Alignment between who you dream of being and who you are willing to become. That alignment is forged in the mind first. It is strengthened by discipline. It is proven in action. And here is the truth no one wants to hear. No one can do this for you. No coach, no mentor, no partner, no friend, no book. They can guide you. They can inspire you. They can hold you accountable. But they cannot do your thinking. They cannot wage war on your limiting beliefs. They cannot force you to act. That is your job, your sacred duty, your ultimate responsibility. Because the mind you master is the life you master. The wealth you create externally is the wealth you have created internally first. And there is no shortcut, no easy path, no hack that will let you skip the fundamental work of transforming yourself. But there is this promise. If you do the work, you will become unrecognizable to the person you are today. You will think at a level that shocks you. You will act with a certainty that intimidates others. You will create results that make you proud. And you will understand in your bones that you were always the architect of your life. That every brick was laid by your own thoughts. That every wall you tore down was first demolished in your own mind. That the palace you built was designed in your imagination before it stood in the world. This is your power, your birthright, your responsibility. So stop waiting, stop blaming, stop distracting yourself. Stop lying to yourself about what is possible. Decide, commit, act, and when it gets hard, because it will. Remember that this is the test, not to see if you want it. Anyone can want, but to see if you are willing to become the person who deserves it. Wealth is not a reward for desire. It is a reward for transformation, for mastery, for relentless, unbreakable, disciplined belief in your vision. So hold the vision, do the work, become the person, claim the wealth, because the world is waiting, not to give you permission, but to see if you will take responsibility. And when you do, when you truly do, you will discover the greatest truth of all, that your mind was never your enemy. It was always your greatest ally, waiting for you to command it. That wealth was never outside you. It was always the natural result of who you chose to become. Your mind is either creating wealth or destroying it. Choose which it will be. Today, tomorrow, every day. Because the life you want is not found. It is built, and the blueprint is in your hands.